Hello, good morning, you guys. I decided to get on right quick. Hold on, you guys. I'm giving everybody. Okay, so they just sent out. Hey, the Black Barbie. I was just getting ready to say. I just heard them send out the notifications. How you guys doing this morning? You doing okay? I'm up, about to get out and go and do what I need to do. And I'm just having me some coffee. Hey, Dub JJ. I'm not gonna be on long. I started to do a video, like a pre-recorded video. I was like, "Hey, Diane." I started to do like a pre-recorded video, and I was like, "I don't feel like doing no pre-recorded video. I have to edit and upload. I can just go live for about 30 to 45 minutes." Happy Sunday. How is everybody doing? I'm trying to decide on if I want to grill. Do I want to grill? Maybe I will grill. Um, I got a round top steak in there, another round top steak that I'm thinking about grilling and then prepping, doing some food prep with, cutting it up and just grilling me some asparagus. I could just prep my because I can only prep food for about 3 days. I'm not gonna prep food and leave it in the refrigerator for a week. I don't want it. So I'm gonna do some food preps for about 3 days. Yeah. We went, my mother went with me, but up in the mountains. Oh my God. It was, oh my God, it was so beautiful. The only thing that I didn't like is the steep curves. They got S curves up in the mountains of Tennessee, and they have real steep hills. I didn't like that. Other than that, oh my God, the food was so good. Everywhere you go, other than Memphis, um, they put money in the city, in their city, to make it beautiful and all of that. I'm doing really good. I'm blessed. Hey, TV 21, Tyranny. I just want to get on. Looks like it's all girls on right now. What y'all gonna be doing for the hot? Are you all barbecuing, ladies, for your family? Y'all cooking for the holiday? Mm, listen, the people up there, they're so friendly. Or they seem to be. I could not live up there because it's so foggy. It's a lot of wrecks up that way, but they live back off in the woods, like up on hills, and they love that. I couldn't do that, but yes, it's real foggy. That's why I was like, after we did what we went up there for, I I was like, I'm getting to hell. I do not want to, because it was gonna rain, and you could start seeing the fog in the mountains. So we stayed at this beautiful resort. Okay. Set a sister back probably for a month. Okay. But it was so beautiful. And so one of the guys that was on the elevator, he was like, because we were up, our room was up real high, and it was so beautiful. Like the tranquility, just looking down at the water, from the balcony. He was like, "It's a nice day. Just be careful because like bears come out the mountains when it's like warm weather, and they will crawl way up there." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Oh Lord." Tamara, I love you. You never tell me hello. Tierney, I said hello. When I said hello to TB21, I said, Hello, TB21, Tierney. You just didn't hear me." Hey, Ashley, I am making turkey necks. Ooh, that sounds good. You know what? I think turkey wings. Y'all, turkey wings so high. Y'all, anybody knows of a place that I can go get me some turkey wings that's not expensive? Because I like to put turkey wings in my green beans. Hey, Reginald. Anybody knows of a place that's got a sale on turkey wings? Because I want to put some turkey wings in my green beans. I definitely love eating turkey wings in my green beans. And let it slow cook, and then it gets so tender, it starts to fall apart. Yeah, we had a time last night on live. We had so much fun. Y'all showed out so bad. I couldn't even say nothing. I was so tickled at the comments. I couldn't even do nothing but just laugh. I couldn't even say nothing else. And then Cypress got ready to get started. Y'all know Cypress ain't no good. Yes, y'all do. My company took us and the clients on vacation in a cabin in Gatlinburg on somewhere around there. It's been about 15 years. Oh, super low. You know what? That's a store I don't go in, but I'm gonna have to start going in super low because I like Cash Saver. I like Cash Saver and Save a Lot. I'm gonna have to start going in super low. I've never been in super low. Good morning, T. Watch how you say tender now. Cypress, I'm telling you, Cypress ain't no good. He got ready to get started. I get mine from Food Lion or Publix, but not sure if we don't have a Publix around here, but up in where we were at, up in Tennessee, up in Eastern Tennessee, they had a Publix. They had a Publix. My nephew wanted to um stop at Bucky's. Y'all, Bucky's is so overrated. The food is not good. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now, and it is overpriced. I got a chopped shoulder. I got my mom a chopped shoulder, and they was talking about how the steak tacos were good. I got three things, no sodas or nothing. It was $29, and it was nasty. So I'm just telling y'all, Bucky's is overrated. The chain, it's a chain of them up in Eastern Tennessee, but I think they're originally from Texas. So my sister gonna send me tag me in something on Facebook talking about this is where we are going. I'm getting ready to book it. I was like, dog, because I'm supposed to go to New Orleans for my birthday, but I had already said that we were going to go to Chicago. I'm going both anyways. New Orleans and Chicago. I have no one to cook on. I have no one to cook and offer me dinner. My wife died 4 years ago. I was married for 35 years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Reginald. I ate so much. I had to come home detoxing myself. Um, we ate at we like to try, the local goats, um, Fort Worth, steakhouse. Everywhere that we don't have around here. We do that everywhere we go. Anytime we go somewhere. I don't ever like to eat at restaurants that I'm familiar with when I'm out of town. The diner. I'm just in awe of how other places, really put a lot of money into their cities. And around this area, they don't. They just don't. All types of amusement parks, water parks, like little mini Liberty Lands for the kids to always have something to do, the kids to have summer jobs. It's just a darn shame that they just hijacked Memphis. The politicians did a bunch of damn thugs. Oh, Lord, don't get me started because I'll be getting upset. Damn. Oh, mm, mm. Nobody in Memphis care to try to do anything about it because the mentality in Memphis, and listen, folks are so helpful. Um, they're very helpful. Um, People like to network in other places. The Memphis mentality is break a bitch, break them. I come up, I fight a bitch. That's the mentality. That's why these mother suckers ain't got shit. Okay. Lord forgive me. But I need to talk about Memphis because if I don't talk about it, I feel better talking about it because I am a Memphian. So that the mentality of our people can change. It's learn everything you can from this person. That's why people don't really feel comfortable telling folks nothing. Learn everything you can, then break a bitch, then cut her down so we can go ahead and get that. Let me get that. Ooh. That's the reason why I just I ooh. So around the Memphis area, politicians are not voted on. They don't vote politicians in based on what they're going to do and having the wherewithal and the knowledge to do it. It's based on how who they like, who they know, and how can and how that person finesse their ego until they get in office and get what they want. I really wish. I just I just I just wish. That's all I say. I just wish. I should have let my daughter went on to UT Knox. One wanted to go to UT Knox. One wanted to go to Atlanta to school, and I kicked and screamed because I was like, I cannot let my babies go, and it's bad. I really just regret that. So yeah, I'm thinking about some things. I'm thinking about y'all. I think I want to run for office. Now, whether it's true or not, you have people that be in the background. She says she want to run for office. She might be the one to take out food stamps. I can't take no motherfucking food stamps. But it seems like to me, people get mad when you say that that food we need to get rid of that food stamp mentality, but you can't have a caviar dream mentality without the damn work ethic. Okay? I think that's the issue now that our community has been finessed so much. The most talented community, people use our community to create generational wealth. But you can't have a caviar dream and a caviar mentality and your ass ain't got the work ethic. It comes with hard work. You're going to have to get up off your ass. Okay? And you're going to have to do something different. Going into a warehouse every day ain't going to change that. Well, I get up and work every day, but you're going to have to do something different. Go ahead and start trying to better yourself. Look into programs to better yourself so that you can start moving up and mingling in those types of circles that you need to mingle in. But you got to want to do better. Okay, it comes with hard work, and don't nobody want to work hard. They want to try to come up off of that bitch or try to come up off of somebody else. Folks having it hard, ain't nobody gonna let you ride on their back to jump on their back and take them down. Anyways, that was my rant for the morning. I wouldn't even know what to run for. Sometimes I be thinking I'm just too real to be running for an office. People want to be finessed and finagled. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I'm gonna just wait. If I did run, I do have people with I could go to some people to get the funding. My dad had already put that in place. And they'll do it for him still because of what he did for them. Y'all hit the like button for me. Running for office would be awesome. You'd be a great asset to the people of Memphis. TB21, are you in Memphis? Running for mayor, that would be too big of a. I wouldn't jump off the porch and run for mayor. That would you have to work your way up to that, I think. TB21, are you in Memphis? Hey, Demetrius. You know what? I had always said if I had a son. Oh man. Well, it's good you got out while I mean, that's a good thing. I was going to say I would have a few people to vote for me. I know Tyranny would. Demetrius, I had always said if I had a son, I had several names for a son. I had said the name Brandon, and then my half sister took that name because she had a boy. I said the name Nicholas, and then my half sister took that name because she had a boy. I was having girls, she was having boys. And then I always liked the name Dustin, like Justin. Thank you, Dub JJ. Like Justin, I like Dustin with a D. And I always liked the name Tori for a boy. I always liked the name, there was another name, Santana. I always liked the name Santana for a boy. Cristiano. That's Italian, Cristiano. I know you would, Tyranny. And I just always had, I like the name Tracy for a boy, not for a girl, for a boy. And I always like the name Phelan for a boy, too. So I had all these boy names, but I never had a boy. She said, I would send my vote from Ohio. I know you would. It's calling me. Hold on, y'all. I don't know who the hell this is. Hello? Hmm? Oh, nothing much. What's up? No, what happened? Oh, she didn't call me. Okay. How come she didn't call? I hope she didn't call nobody else. Okay. Okay. Well, how much she got? Okay. That'll be cool. When y'all want me to Okay, you guys, I'm back. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry about that. Just I like the name Cody for a boy. Yeah, I like the name Cody. I like the name Cody for a girl. Cody for a girl. I like the name Kobe. I would have loved to have a lot of kids. See, if I had lived in the mountains, I would have had those children with a husband and lived on a farm. A boss, I forget what I completely threw me off. His name. Oh wow, that is I love them. Such a neat name. Hmm. I remember when my daughter is crazy as they come. So is it too late for the kid? Hey Dorian. Um, hey Doc 10. Yeah, I think it's too late for the kids. Now, I mean, I still have, I be still having I be still, listen. I think I'm at the age now where I'm going through that pit because I be having them hot flashes, but I don't have them as often as I used to. But um I think I'm at the age now, like where that ovulation is slowing down. But I'm gonna tell y'all what my doctor said. And I'm not exaggerating. I promise to God, my doctor said this. My gynecologist said when I was like, I'm having hot flashes. I think I'm in that pre-menstrual. What is it called? Not premenstrual, but menopausal thing. And so my doctor was like, they could tell about when they take your blood and stuff. So my doctor was like, no, you're not. And so I was like, but I'm having hot flashes and stuff. So then I got my annual. My doctor was like, you're still ovulating at the rate of a 29-year-old woman. I said, them eggs dropping like that. I can't believe it. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd stretch out and being a straight jacket if I got pregnant at this age. I just want to live out my life and be happy. That's what I want to do. And I guess enjoy my grandkids. I don't know if I got married to a man that didn't have children, I would do it. I would do a surrogate. I would do a surrogate. With my egg and his sperm, and let another woman carry it. That's what I do. I do a surrogate. He can't be touching on her belly or nothing. So that would be weird, wouldn't it? They say you're supposed to bond with the baby. I can't let my husband be touching on no other woman's stomach and rubbing her belly and mm-mm, all that. Mm-mm. Anyway, Charles, we just on here talking. Yeah, we're just on here talking. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay, you guys, I'm back. Yeah, perimenopause. When you gonna do something on Jeremiah Taylor? That's a good idea. Dorian. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Um, I hadn't talked about Jeremiah a lot because in the beginning I was asked not to talk about him a lot. I thought that his case would have, well, I wouldn't say solved because I would say I thought his case there would have been an arrest for that case because there was from there was talks like they had some persons of interest, several, but I guess that thing bigger than what it looked like. That's the only thing I could see. I thought Jeremiah would have been solved a long time ago. And then I thought for sure, I thought I knew for sure that the arrest gonna be made around January and February of this year. But um so um child, these folks is crazy. Yeah, I treated my hair. I started working on my hair last night, right? And then I started because I be using so much stuff in my hair, like to treat it. And I got up this morning when I took my shower. I treated with some more stuff that I have. And because I was looking up on my shelf, I was like, oh, okay, I got some castor oil. Because I be using that good stuff. And I was like, I haven't opened this yet. I got some leave-in conditioner, and it's got my hair so soft. Oh my freaking God. And it's not shedding either. It's not shedding. Oh, I forgot to put my peppermint shampoo in there. That's what I forgot. I forgot to put my peppermint shampoo in my hair. I put my ginger. I used about 5 different shampoos, 6 different treatments. Um, and I still forgot to put my rosemary and peppermint shampoo in it. Hey, Teresa Hand. Happy Sunday. How you guys doing this morning? Y'all cut up so bad last night. Y'all was so funny last night. The Black Barbie, TB21, and then they got ZK started, and then Cypress got ready to instigate it. I bet he laying somewhere asleep now. I wonder did Cypress ever call Stan G because he got out. He was ready to get out because he wanted to call Stan G. Cypress wanted to Cypress wanted to call Stan G. So he could see what was going on. He was ready to jump off that line. Talking about, I got to try to find Stan G. Yeah, last night was fun. They cut up in the chat so bad last night, it was ridiculous. The Black Barbie got them started. Yeah, Cypress. No, Cypress was ready to jump off my panel and did. He was ready. He's so nosy. He was talking about, I gotta call Stan G. He just kept saying that. Stan G put out that video. Okay, y'all. I can't stand no grouchy person. I can't. Hold on, you all. Hey, what's y'all address? Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna call you right back. Okay, y'all. I'm back. Y'all, hold on. This is Tina. How is the aerospace field treating you? Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, you guys, since I hit the button and it says I don't know what's going on. Child, I don't know if it's an issue with YouTube or some of these, these haters be messing with it. They mess with other folks' channels. I mean, that's it's unfortunate, and a lot of the people that I'd be glad when they go to jail. But a lot of the people that be on here, they're older. They're like in their late 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, and they just have that hateful spirit where um they know that you're better than them, so they it makes them feel good to hire a bunch of low lives that know how to manipulate StreamYard. Okay. They bad. Y'all, they bad on here. I'm telling y'all they are. They sell people information. And so, I just thought that these damn fools would know better than to illegally run somebody's credit and try to run their family's information and stalk their daughters. I had one blogger that was trying to stalk my daughter. They stalked me. Um, yeah, that's what they do. Some of these women be hating. They hire. They put their jobs in jeopardy. So God says the reward comes later. Okay. Hmm. And they do. The reward comes later. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. They have insurance licenses. He's on that team with Countdown John and them. They mess with the stream. Their days are numbered though, so we're not gonna even worry about them. Um, but I'm back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. What's up, Cypress? Hey, Cypress, did you get the opportunity to Hey, Cypress, did you get the opportunity to reach out to Stan G? Hmm. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? And send the likes all the way up for me. Run them up until you can't run them up no more. Y'all, I forgot to boil my braiding hair. Now I'm trying to decide what could I put on my hair on this, because I like to boil this hair before I put this braiding hair before I put it in my head. Um, I wonder what can I use because I don't like because that hair has chemicals on it. Um, what's up, Gray Face? Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I be trying to do two or three things at the same time. Great Face, what's the word? Can someone tell me what Stan G is talking? That Cypress, where's Cypress at? That's what I'm trying to see. Cypress, did you get the opportunity to talk to Stan G? Because I want to know wherever he at though. It's real early. What did Stan G say he was talking about? And some of these women know how to hack. They know how to hack too. Um, they know how to hack into the StreamYard too. But then you have to think about it's a lot of mental illness on here. I think them being in jail is going to help them because they do make sure that they take their meds. Great Face says CMG Bowleg white truck juke pre. He says CMG Bowleg white truck juke pre. Listen, I would. He throw out subliminals. I couldn't catch it. It seemed like, I guess Cypress called it because Cypress was trying to call him. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell you this phone is going off. Yeah, what's Cypress at? Cypress was supposed to call him. Al Prophet mentioned me in his life. Shout out to Al Prophet. When did he mention me? Was it recently? Yeah, somebody gave him that info. When he write down info, somebody gave it to him. Somebody telling him now. That's for sure. Somebody is telling him. They said, "Oh, Stan G and True Results got reliable sources. Their delivery is horrible, though." Yeah, somebody. I wonder who Stan G be talking to. The True Results too. Somebody they tapped in with some people or somebody. They tapped in with somebody. That's for sure. Now Stan G is from Memphis. Stan G is from Memphis. Memphis bred and fed. Lord. Yeah, Cornelius goes to it's Cornelius. Are they gonna? Is Cornelius gonna be? I be hating to talk. Okay. Um, it says great phrase. It says, "This coffee is so good." Hey, Paige T Clean, Paige T Clean, Paige T Clean. You've been around for a long time. Do you know who it is that be hacking? You've been in the YouTube streets for a while. You from Memphis? Give me the names of the people you heard about. Greyface says, true results hinted at Quet being a fugitive on the run. That could be because box truck Quet was served two subpoenas on the same day, then a motion on the 20th. Greyface says, who they trying to get Quet to testify against? Hmm. Did anybody ever find out if Quet was in jail? Stanley was supposed to call me back, but he didn't. I almost called him back. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Oh wow. So it's funny because with my internet company, I received a call that somebody um called trying to get information about my services. And they had my information. It's funny. And then they turned around and sent me something in my phone saying how rate your call. I've been working with the FBI, so I mean it's gonna stop. But I think it's quite a few of them, so they think they're getting away with it. But somebody already telling on a few. Greyface says Quit wouldn't show up in federal lockup if he hasn't been charged. Something like when Stupid Duke was arrested, his location was kept secret. Chattown Finder says Black Barbie. One time he was live standing at someone's door with a police car on the curb talking about they harassing him. So I inboxed him. Somebody was trying to get my mother to click a link. They got my mama's information. And I know it's because they ran my information. And but the FBI got that too. Okay. And I'm gonna go on and start filing some stalking charges and orders of protections on some people. But somebody is talking. Somebody is talking. And it's quite a few of them in that sector that's doing it. I do know that there's this one female that hires one to constantly be on me because she has an obsession with me. Um, from that point, I know he be lying. Hold on, let me text somebody. See if they on this live. Should I go ahead and call and file a report now to start the process of the order of protection against them? It said, Miss Quet, Miss T is Quet in the system. What is Stupid Duke charges? Paige T Clean, I was told that the Countdown John is the hacker. Do you know if he is? Because I get to thinking. I don't really think that MHB has an interest in the Young Dolls case. So I don't see why he would want to hack Young Dolls, um, the people that vlog on Young Dolls case. But on the other hand, some of those people in Texas has an interest in the Young Dolph case because they're connected to the people that killed Young Dolph. You have to think about, I know that some of those Texas vloggers definitely had a connection right off the bat with Black Youngster, Lil Migo. And they had groups, and them themselves, they was hoping to have a connection within the industry. I do know that this particular Texas vlogger, his job, and the law enforcement knows that, was to find witnesses. Okay. They was after a witness so bad in the very beginning. That's how his page was birthed. That's what I'm told by law enforcement. Why they haven't gotten him yet, I don't know. I guess because it is just that big, because they getting IDs and shit in dead people name. Okay. They sell social security numbers to Hispanics. So I understand that it's a big thing. Okay. And when they get his ass, they don't want him to get out no more. But some of these Texas vloggers has gotten people killed. Now, who has the access to people's personal information to be able to sell it? Some of these women on here have gone and gotten surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, from the information sold by some of these vloggers. They're getting people's information. They look up the jobs, they look up their they got somebody run their credit, and then they got a connect in Texas that gives them a ID. And then they go and get cosmetic surgery in these women's names. And they get their funky asses on their pages like they got some money and don't know their ass is getting ready to go away for life, I hope. But I think my anticipation is when they get the first couple, who all they gonna tell on? Because that's when London Bridge starts to fall down. See, I understood Onan was just he was just Onan was an old, hateful, evil Negro. But he was taught because they thought he was getting ready to be on their team. So they fucked around and showed him the shit that they do. And he just went crazy. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I run scared about nobody on here because I already be knowing what their angle is. And so I think when they started trying to tamper with my mama phone, I know who that was. That was more of an obsession thing. I'm mad at you. And I'm gonna see if I can get your mama to click a link and get in her phone. He gonna be gone soon. So I mean he's stupid as they come. But there's a deeper thing going on with these vloggers on here, especially from down there in Texas, that work with these rappers to set people up. I don't think they're doing it as much in anymore, doing more so in the background. Um, they know they ain't get ready to get shit, but some time. See, you talking about folks in their 30s and 40s and 50s on here. So that's a damn fucking mental illness. We know they ain't got shit to lose. They're pathetic. But it's more of a mental illness. Okay. Anyways, the last time I talked to somebody in law enforcement about this, they reassured me that it would be handled and to just let them do their job. The only reason I want it taken care of, not because I want more people on my live. I know they fuck with streams. It's because I don't want to have to knock nobody down. Because I know what's on these folks' backgrounds when they have stalking issues, histories of molestation, and they're pedos. I don't say this to just be talking. I'm telling y'all what I know. These motherfuckers dumb enough to believe because they go and make fake profiles and they think that their IP address is hid, that I don't even know who they are. Okay. I don't understand how some of these women even work with them. But, child, anyways. Okay, y'all, I got to go get my hair done. I'm gonna get back on later. Okay. Um, Y'all look out for me though. Y'all see folks that are violating me, record it for me. Record it. I don't be on here, I don't live my life on YouTube. I come on here for entertainment, but I don't live my life on YouTube. But look out for it, sister. Record it and send it to me. Um, yeah, record it and send it to me. I would appreciate that. That helps. Anyways, you guys, because I know what to do with information. My dad taught me this. He says, some people um don't know what to do with information. That's why they're stupid. He says it don't do you no good to get information if you're gonna be stupid. You got to know what to do with information. And I know what to do with information. Okay. I know what to do with it. So y'all can trust me because I know what to do with it. And I appreciate those that have. I'll never get on here and expose and tell nothing. Nobody has ever told me. I haven't. That's why the people that tell me they continuously do, I have not. I know what to do with information. Thank you, Paige T. Clean. Yes, he did. He put up a lot as it relates to the billboard. We had a billboard in downtown Memphis that he had my sisters and I on. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I miss my dad so much. I love him so much. And I miss him. We had billboards up in all of downtown Memphis. He had started putting them up in Raleigh. And one of my friends called me one time, was like, I was going in downtown Memphis and I look up and I was like, that's Tamra. I was like, yeah, my dad has bought a lot of billboards and started putting us up on them. But he was promoting the history, African American history, as it relates to strong African American women. Okay. And he wanted for Black women to know um, where they came from, and what they're trying to show on TV now is not. They don't want us to ever have a reference. He wanted it to be known that there was a reference that they've tried to hide as it relates to classy, strong Black women that got things done. They got the job done. They want for Black women to be depicted as hood rats, baby mamas, whores, wenches that just twerk. My dad has started to change that. And that's why he put up billboards everywhere and he was making people remember. Because I remember when Bishop G. Patterson's wife called my dad and was like, I remember Miss Crenshaw. We had a billboard up with her face up there and me and my sisters standing in front of her saying we're keeping the legacy alive. And she was like, told my dad, Rick, anything I could do to help. We remember Miss Crenshaw, how Willie Harrington called my dad. Willie Harrington reached out to me right now on Facebook asking me what I'm going to do with that organization. I was at the mayor's luncheon, Chief Collins, all of them that saw what my dad was doing was like, we would appreciate it and we're willing to do anything to help you for you to continue that because we love what your dad was doing, teaching Black women that there is a reference that they've tried to hide. They want to depict Black women as jealous, hood rat, welfare getting, baby mama, having garbage. But we don't stand on the shoulders of that. We stand on the shoulders of strong, educated Black women that was proactive, that helped to lead people like Dr. King and spearheaded a lot from the background in the People's March. Okay. Now, what needs to happen is somebody needs to teach some of these Black men something. Because anytime you on YouTube committing federal crimes, there's something wrong. But that's mental illness. At first, I was like, I don't agree with folks getting being on all this medicine, but it looks like to me they might need something. There is something off in the brains of a lot of people. Okay, it's a chemical imbalance. She said they still honor your father on WDIA station. Oh wow. Well, we're finally going to have a memorial for him um in August. And it has taken all this time because we were supposed to do it last year and I couldn't do it. But we're gonna I just every time it got close time to do it, I just couldn't do it. And so all of the politicians that my dad got behind and helped to fund and work with and all of that. We're gonna have all of the seniors, all of everybody that he's helped. Okay. We're gonna have them out there because I think I want to have some does out there because I think that he should be honored. And I'm in the process now of changing the logo for his organization. Um, because I think he should be on the logo with Miss Crenshaw also. Yeah, I think he should be on the logo also. So, anyways, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go and get my hair done. She better be there. I be letting my hair air dry. I treated it. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all getting on. I love you too, T Clean. I do. I be getting emotional when I talk about my dad. I get really emotional when I talk about him because of 40 years of hard work and all that, seeing I know that everybody is different, but I know my dad had his flaws and stuff because I had somebody say to me, "Well, your daddy, he wasn't innocent. Um he was a ladies man." At least he was a ladies man and not a man's man. Shit. I mean, at least he liked the ladies. The ladies liked him. Women are attracted to power. I mean, I don't really, I don't know nothing about that. Hey, listen, better better a woman than a man. Okay, because some of these folks that's talking about him laid up with another man. Okay. Anyways, I digress. He was proactive. Okay, he was proactive. He's if most of who from they better leave my daddy alone. My daddy was a handsome chocolate man, okay? That was brave and didn't he was not afraid to speak his mind. And I think that's the problem. He had his own money, so he didn't have to sugarcoat nothing. And that's why I always talk about we have to build generational wealth because when you build generational wealth, you're unbought and unbossed. You can speak your mind. Okay. I remember we was on 990 and my dad had bought all that. He would pay up the airtime for 6 months on the radio. They got mad about my dad. It was some people that called, some white people that got mad. My dad had exposed We did that radio show together. And I remember that man that owned a radio station had the black ladies to call my dad and was like, we kicking y'all off because of, talking about we was, my dad was like, well, what we do? And she was like, y'all's last day was actually yesterday. Y'all can't come back no more. We just gonna refund you y'all's money. So my dad said, oh, okay. He was like, wow, they kicked us off the radio because somebody else paid them more to kick my daddy off. Right. And so my dad was like, that's all right. We're going to another station. We was on the next week. You can't stop a person that's got money. Let me tell you something. That's how I know that young Dolph was a threat. You can't control a person that will go and make their own money. They be unbought and unbossed. You can't stop them. So people fear what they can't control. That's the reason why we got 36 people on this live and folks want to mess with my live. People fear what they can't control. They know they can't control me. But they dumb if they think that I don't know how to the information that I get. They dumb if they think I don't know what to do with it. I do know what to do with it. Some of these folks been up under investigation for so long. You report them for one thing, and then they turn around and reach out to you or come to you because they got other shit going on. How you gonna have all these scams and stuff going on, and then you messing with somebody that has a direct pipeline? They ain't gonna listen to you. When these folks start reporting some of this shit that, well, I'm gonna retaliate, you start reporting all these lies. I can't tell y'all how many times they done told lies on me. Onan and them did it. The FBI was looking right. Memphis police was watching him. They was looking right at him when he told the folks after the young lady got stalking charges that he had stalking me. The girl came to my job, not to my job. She came to my office. She was sending me emails when MPD went and had subpoenaed Google. Thank you to Black Barbie for the $49.99 sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a blessing. When they went and subpoenaed Google to get the emails that girl that Onan had, that girl sending me, he sent her out. I'm not sure Countdown John went behind it. Okay. The girl has sent me over 500 emails. Do y'all hear me? When we got to court, the judge was hotter than fish grease. She was madder than a motherfucker when she started seeing. Not only that, Onan got on his live and ordered them damn fools that be in his live contact the FBI and falsify reports on me. They was looking right at him. They knew if he was involved, he was going to get his ass. He said, don't call me because he ain't stupid. He started directing them on what to write and falsify them FBI reports on me. Do y'all actually think when y'all writing that bullshit up that they don't contact me, you get your own ass put up under investigation for falsifying government documents? Y'all crazy enough to think that I ever get on here and tell something I shouldn't? I'm very controlled, okay, and deliberate. Y'all think I'm a damn fool? Everything I do is deliberate. As it relates to dealing with some of these damn fools. So he told them how to falsify the reports. Then they turned around and lied on the investigator that was handling the case with MPD because they put a warrant out for the girl. So he called me. He said, well, I got a call from the FBI. They filed some reports on me too. I said, so what's gonna happen? He said, nothing. I said, okay. So don't worry about it. Don't respond. I'm just letting you know what's going on. He said, so you talk about getting in trouble. And these were people that got jobs, that pay their mortgages, get up and go to work every day. These damn women was filing they was falsifying government because they ask you on when you filling out them when you go on their site and fill out them FBI reports, they ask you for a reason to click here. Did you fill this out to the best of your knowledge? You motherfuckers know you was flat out lying. It's a lot of shit would have been done if I had the energy to keep pushing forward. But I just let them do their job because it's a bigger issue going on. It ain't even got to even really be about me. These folks is doing real illegal shit. Anytime you get somebody's information because somebody has sold it to you, you got access to people's social security numbers, and you calling, you calling, getting playing them to get their information. It's a Hispanic up in some parts of Tennessee right now that we found out it's been corrected that was using my social security number. It was sold to him. Okay. I ain't gonna talk too much. But I say enough to let them know, motherfuckers, y'all going down. Y'all ain't getting away with it. I like to throw that shit out there to let them know, bitch, when they get y'all already up under investigation, gonna do federal time. So this little bullshit that they doing with the stream, they can have it. I already know that the bigger payday is coming, and I love to sit here and be able to say it. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I listen, Black Barbie, I thank you all for the support. I got to go get my hair done. Okay. I got to go get my hair done. Shout out to the Black Barbie. She said, let me borrow $10. Shout out to the Black Barbie for the $49.99 super sticker. And let me just say this for the record. Somebody mentioned Raven. I've never had anybody. I don't know Raven. Okay. I don't know anything about Raven. The only thing I know is I ain't never heard nobody that I know say that they was involved. That's the reason why I stood on business. I never wavered. You never heard me uh get scared and say, well, this nah. I never did that because I never had anybody to tell me that, you know. And like I said, I don't know everything, but I don't believe that. One of the reasons that I don't believe it, when people talk about, well, why was Raven on here? I think Raven had a fear because Raven was living in Memphis at the time. I think she said she's moved. It was a lot of retaliatory situations going on, so I think she had a fear of whoever it was, of her family being caught in the mix of some type of retaliation, and they were not involved. I probably would have did the same thing too. See, the people that was promoting that stuff, they don't live in Memphis. They don't know what was going on in Memphis. So me as a person that's got human feelings, I could not sit up on my vlog and hey, Mike 60, I could not sit up on my vlog and say or insinuate that a family was involved in something and get them folks killed or hurt. I couldn't do that. Okay. I couldn't do it. Steven said, my bad. I didn't know you was on live. Um, he must have called me. Steven, you must have called me. I don't see no missed call from him though. He said, my bad. I didn't know you were on live. Um, anyways, you guys, I couldn't do that. I don't have that. That's why, even with a lot of the information that people have told me, when people throw folks' names out, I assess the situation. I tell them, any when people tell me stuff, I have to report it because I don't know any of these people, and I leave it up to law enforcement to decipher once they start looking into it if these are the people that is doing this stuff or that has compromised my information and stuff like that. That they have ways of knowing because if they're using any types of systems or anything like that, all everything, even on the internet, that stuff is audited by the government, right? They can send subpoenas and audit that stuff. So it's not hard to find out. I have systems that are audited. So that's why when that child, now you ran my information, my system can be audited. You ain't important enough for me to run your information like that. But now there are, systems that are free. I mean, if I fear for my life, I have a right to do that. But I ain't selling nobody's information either. So, um, anyway, y'all, illegally, to scammers, that is, for people to, I don't give out folks social security numbers, period. I don't think people should have folks social security numbers because that's how Hispanics go and get licenses and stuff. A lot of these folks have really hit a lick though. They've hit a lick for real using people's social security number. That was gone crazy. That's why they was hacking. That's why I told y'all. I mean, I don't really use a VPN, every now and again, because they know how to hack the VPNs too. Um, but I mean, what you have to do now is monitor your information. Get the credit bureaus to monitor your information. And so, as an investigator, I I have relationships with the credit bureaus. So, regardless to what systems that they use, um, it has to be ran through the credit bureau. So, you reach out to the credit bureau because I know it seems that the credit bureau may be automated because you don't never really talk to nobody, but there are people that work up in that motherfucker. Okay. And so what you do is regardless to what systems they use, because they have to use a system, you can if you got a relationship with the people that work inside of the credit bureaus, they're able to audit your social I wonder if the person that talked to him is still in contact with him. I can bet you $10,000 that they're not. But I'm gonna just stay on a little while longer. Y'all, once they get your IP address, they're able to hack into the stream. That's how they do it. Now, how in the world would they get somebody's IP address? I wonder which one of them it is today that's doing it. Let's see, guys. I agree with you, the Black Barbie. Anyways, y'all, y'all be hating to go sit as long as I gotta go and sit. But she said it's gonna be 3 people on my head. So she said it's gonna be 3 people. So maybe it won't be so long. And then we'll come back on tonight. I gotta reach out to my internet provider to let them know that they've gotten my IP address. Okay. Anyways, the Black Barbie, thank you so much. Okay, for the $49.99. That means a lot to me. For the support of the channel. All of you all being on here supporting my channel means so much to me. Okay. I appreciate it so much. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I will stay on longer, but I was supposed to be there at 10. But I'm gonna probably get there at like 10:15. Okay. I love you guys. We'll talk later.